Hello and welcome to everybody. It's an absolute thrill to welcome you to this day one clash, and no day, of course, engenders hope or optimism more than this one. Optimism which could dissipate at a rate most alarming or last all the way to the latter stages. We shall see. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. And already we're underway here. Oh, he's bustling through here. Shot a goal! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Well, he should have done better, and he knows it. Italy with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Now it's Inzaghi. He's on it, can he get shapes to shoot? Jim, who do you pick out as the telling it? It's Totti! He's scored!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
That's expertly finished.
And that's it. Well, that's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin alongside me and to wish you all a very good evening.
And we come to you now with a quick request for support for our World Charity Fund.
Well, the premise of the tournament is simple. Every team, of course, is striving to make the latter stages. That's where they all want to be. No doubt these two harbour very similar ambitions. A good show here, absolutely crucial. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. And as you can see, we've already started here. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Yeah, Kylian Mbappe. There's nothing more frightening for a defender when he's running at you at full speed. He gets into his stride so quickly and seems to just glide across the turf. But when the goal's in front of him, he's also got that cool head that's required to pick a spot and finish everything off.
Yeah, he'll be looking for a goal or two. Solar. Spread out to the left. He won't be happy with that one. Fiore couldn't squeeze it through. Mbappe. Hernandez. Now Barcola. Passes short and sharp. Gattuso.
Olise really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
He's in a good position here. Neither side especially adventurous early on. And he welcomes it in. Zaire Emery was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. And it's Totti! It's hit the upright. Hangs in a cross, and he's following up! Goal, Italy! There is the breakthrough! Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
Italy penetrate first. It is a truly precious lead.
Well, that's changed the mood entirely, as you'd expect, Peter. It'll be fascinating now to see what kind of reaction it will cause.
Nice sequence of passes there. And he shoots! And he hits the net! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! Piercing, and with pinpoint accuracy, he forces it through.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
So that's two now without reply.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
And the shot! Yes! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. We knew what was coming, and he has outfoxed the keeper again.
Not even a hint of hesitation. That is such a cool finish.
And that's it. So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you.
Cher public, je voudrais avoir ce petit mot de félicitation à l'intention du président d'un de nos clubs de supporters qui fête aujourd'hui son anniversaire de mariage. Merci pour lui.
Well, hello and welcome for the first time this season to everybody around the world, and we have for you a clash of two teams with very similar intentions. A statement win at the expense of the other would be the ideal scenario for both. A flying start is certainly required. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. The action has already started. It's a promising position, in towards the back stick. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Yeah, Kylian Mbappe. There's nothing more frightening for a defender when he's running at you at full speed. He gets into a stride so quickly and seems to just glide across the turf. But when the goal's in front of him, he's also got that cool head that's required to pick a spot and finish everything off.
Yeah, the easiest way to make a difference. Up he goes! Oh, it's gone in!
Well, that's really unfortunate. He'll be kicking himself at the moment, and believe me, I know how that feels.
So one moment's crazy confusion, but they all count.
Look, often chances are hard to come by in these games, so just one mistake could be all it takes to make the difference.
And here's Mbappe, and he's had it nicked away. Platini. So just the one early goal to report so far, and the score is 1-0. Aimed beyond the defence. He's free, he has real chance! Goal! And there's the goal they've been looking for. That was a given, it always was.
And his manager couldn't look happier. That's the kind of interplay they've been working on in training, and it came off beautifully.
Italy are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
Oh, that's a key interception. Now it's Totti. Totti. Is there any support? He might not leave. He's had a shot! Yes! And they're at it again in double quick time. Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
And the first thing he's going to do here, Peter, is thank his teammate for the pass. It put it on a plate for him.
"3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
Oh, delightful ball. And this is Totti. Oh, shooting chance! Ribery. And he's picked it up out wide. And reclaimed it in a... He's having a shot! And yes, it's there! They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. Simplicity itself.
Well, from a defensive perspective, Peter, that's a really poor one to give away. Yes, the movement was very good, but the defence made it way too easy.
And the shot! And they win it back again. That's a cute ball. Oh, that's clever. And this is Inzaghi. Oh, can he finish? Oh, denied at the last.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
Zola goes short. Cross from Zola. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. France have the chance to go the other way. Vieira. He's in a great position here. Look at the space. Goes for a shot! It's in!
Oh, he did so well to hold his run and stay on side, Peter. That was really clever.
France can have a goal, but it's hard to see it as anything much more than a consolation. And it's Michel Platini. Italy looking forward to the break after some very good... Oh, what a mistake! Vieira. Now Platini. Ribery! And he's quick to get it clear again. Thuram. Now, can they get him away? Oh, he's been caught napping! And this is Ribery. Decent chance! And he hits the net! And they are right back within touch! His position was perfect, the invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely clinical.
Well, the defence were being far too casual there, Peter. Far too slow to switch on to the danger. That's the kind of thing that makes managers go crazy.
So, just a consolation, or is there a way back from here? Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Shot could be on. Takes a shot! It's a goal! And right on half-time, that is telling. And the first 45 minutes are up. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement. Italy are ahead by a single goal after a goal fest of a first half. There's no telling how this is going to end. Here we go again then. Ribery. Thuram. Now it's Mbappe. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Totti can so cleverly bypass the press. Now he's got space here. He has a look up. Hoisted in. Thuram. Thuram looking to penetrate opposition lines. Stood up well to him there. And here's Mbappe.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Di Marco gets into a good position. And it's Maldini. Oh, this is a great position.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal. Well, that might be the first time they've gone long, Peter. They've clearly been told to try something different.
He's got away.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Almost an hour gone.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
They're coming again and again.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
And the finish! He scores! France are back on level terms. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Well, a little more decisiveness on the ball and that probably wouldn't have happened, but still, it was very well played. Great pressure to force the error.
This has become one superb game of football.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
DiMarco hit into the middle. It's not an especially good pass, that. Well, what about it? Italy are hurt by just about the final punch. Threads one in. It's played through for him. Vieira. Well, the manager might be thinking of shuffling his pack here.
Well, you would hope for some movement off the bench, Peter, knowing you get an extra sub in extra time.
Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Vieira opts for safety. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing.
That was lovely, that.
And here's Platini. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. And this is Inzaghi. France can breathe again. Just.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Zola charging forward, the ball at his feet. Ribéry, great vision. That looks a good ball through. Oh, not quite.
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
No messing about, just bludgeoned away.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Still anyone's game, this. One moment can decide it.
It's a very open game and an exciting watch. There are no signs of nerve.
Shapes to shoot! And somehow he managed to miss it.
It's a very watchable game, isn't it? Any goal from here could well be the winner.
France have their second corner now. Italy are looking to go forward now. Pogba. The final 5 minutes. Well, that looks a decent ball. And it's Nesta. Here's Vieira. And here's Griezmann. It's Griezmann! And it's come back out to him. Yes, he's done it! And that has raised the roof! And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, listen, last line of defence and you don't get it right, then you're paying a visit to your net.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
France complete their comeback, and now they only need to hold out for a few minutes.
Well, look, Peter, I feel I've got to stress that there's still time for another, so we can't be too presumptuous yet.
Thuram spots it, and so that's it. It is all over. Well, what a game. Unpredictable to the very end, momentum shifting this way and that. The kind of... Well, it is a nervous time, but these are positive nerves. The prospects are so great, the potential, be it financial or reputational, is huge, because success in this competition brings so much, and the supporters are here to take it in for themselves and to drive the team on. Truly, this is crunch time. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. The action has already started. And he was quick to react. Nicked it back promptly. Challenged just a bit on the firm side. Look at the... Tries a shot! That was superb goalkeeping.
It's quite a show he's putting on here. This is excellent work.
And we have our very first corner. They've played it short. Now it's João Pedro. Italy are looking to go forward now. Tries to pass it through. Now this could be a chance. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Oh, it's come loose. And that was very necessary. And that has left him in a heap. Giorgio Chiellini, Jim. Now there is a defender who loves to defend.
Yeah, and he's a very capable one too. I mean, this guy is all about courage, physicality, athleticism, about as hard as they come, although I personally like to see him paired up with some ball-playing defenders. His distribution is decent, but you want him to focus on the main task, which is defending, and that he loves.
Just eases him off the ball. Now, can they get him away? And he's heaved it away. It's a throw-in. And it's Guimaraes. And this is Neymar. Flashes it across. Vicario deals with that nice and simple. Threads one in, and that is expertly dealt with. But he has slightly undercooked that one.
Brazil clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
And that's gone behind for a goal kick.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Fiore played into space. Oh, that's well spotted. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Well, that looks a decent ball. He's in a great position here. Real chance! Still goalless. Danielson. Joelinton. Brazil applying the press here, a high press.
Yeah, we see this so often these days, but it does demand an awful lot of work rate and, of course, the discipline, because it has to be with everyone. It can't be with one or two. If that starts happening here, it'll just fall away.
Yeah, and there are so much of them, but of course the returns can be terrific. Fiore. He has found the way through. Now the ball in. It's a mighty effort! Oh, he has stuck it into his own net!
That can happen to anyone. It's truly, truly unlucky for him, but it's just the way it is.
So one moment's crazy confusion, but they all count.
Well, that's something you don't expect at a match like this, but
I guess you have to take whatever way it comes, and very gratefully.
And that's the keeper's ball. Gabriel gets over and intercepts. 1-0 here just before the break, and it looks as though it's going to stay that way for now. And the shot! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
And that's not going to trouble anybody. Another throw-in. It's a pretty loose pass. Well, there's your danger man, a title that is entirely justified. Neymar unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Italy leading then, courtesy of the goal scored late in the first half here. And the score is 1-0.
Teremos minuto de acréscimo.
Joelinton, now Beraldo. And the whistle goes for half-time. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break.
Well, I don't mind admitting I wasn't expecting that. Still, I'm not complaining about a very good match with a surprising scoreline. Just don't ask me for a prediction, please.
Italy head for the dressing room in possession of a 1-0 lead. Here we go again.
Well, it's been tight, Peter, but I'm expecting things to open up now and we get some free-flowing football.
Fiore. And it's Pirlo. Zola. Totti. Marquinhos wins the duel this time. Totti showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Oh, Red, nice interception. Fiore. Can he get it through? Expertly cut out, really nicely done. And that has put paid to that. DiMarco powering forward here, skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
And he's worked it through. Now it's Neymar! Gattuso has quite the footballing brain. He's almost never outsmarted. Italy are still that goal to the good. Well, momentarily the situation was perilous, but his alertness has saved the day.
Well, what can you say about that? Just about everything was stacked against him, and he still came through.
Searching pass he's played there. João Pedro. Now it's Neymar.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Oh, that was a half-decent effort.
He did very well trying to adjust himself, but not the expected outcome.
Substituição no time do Brasil.
Brazil have their third corner.
Camisa 22. Deixando o campo para a entrada de camisa 20.
And now they can spring out of defence.
Casemiro.
He's going to be disappointed with that. Looking for the run.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
That's going to go a long way. And it's Casemiro. And here's Joelinton. Chance!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Probing pass. Pinches it off him. Oh, good ball! Danilo gets a cross in, and the keeper beats it away. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, Peter, if they're attempting to see out the game with such a narrow advantage, there's room for trouble. I just think they're sending out the wrong message. This could backfire.
Nicely shaped ball. And he's there to clear it. Marquinhos. Now it's Totti. And this is Zola.
Italy clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
That is good alertness. Bruno Guimaraes. Zola. Gabriel does well to get it back. Oh, nicely intercepted. Looking for options for movement. Shapes to shoot! And yes, it's there! And with the match slipping away, they have hauled themselves off the canvas. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, now they've saved themselves. You can really sense a change in the whole atmosphere here. It's going to be pretty manic from now to the final whistle.
Now it's Totti. Great work on the overlap. But that has not gone well. And it's Neymar. He's in plenty of space here. He's found the way through. Good ball. And a chance! All hands on deck for this one. Savinho plays it short, flings it across.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Gattuso did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on.
Well, the box was just so congested there, Peter. There was absolutely no space to work with.
Shot a goal! Gattuso. Now it's Neymar. And he's being shifted off it. The 90 minutes are up, 30 more to come.
Well, there was very little between the sides all the way through, so extra time is the correct next step.
So all square, we need a winner, and we will be back for extra time.
substituição no time do Brasil. Camisa 14.
Stern test this for the endurance, for the character of the players as we head into extra time. Italy pay the price. Neymar! Oh, it's in! And that may just do it! That was fabulous. The most adept of touches, the smoothest of finishes.
Yeah, the touch before the finish is so often the critical part, and we've just seen an example.
Brazil go into the lead. And here's Casemiro. He's on it. Can he get away? Plenty. And he shoots! Sticks it away! And surely that clinches it. There really is no way back now. The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Oh, that's wonderful to see. The run was explosive, the finish exquisite.
Brazil go 2 up and into a position of real strength.
To be expected.